What do you mean, actually?
Yeah, isn't it? It's nice and sticky.
You could make it into balls.
It's sticky.
Get up. What are we made of? If you look at your skin with a magnifying glass and you keep looking and going down and down and down, keeps breaking down into little particles, little particles, little particles. It's still your skin, but you break it down into very little particles, and the smallest particle is a molecule, right? But what is that molecule made of? It's made of an atom. It's the very smallest of particles that make up the body and all matter, right? But this atom, right, is also made up of other particles called subatomic particles because they're smaller than the atom.
Guys, say subatomic particles.
Subatomic particles.
Good. Now it's made up of three main particles. So if this is the atom, right, in the middle of the atom is the nucleus. The nucleus. And the nucleus is made up of a proton, say proton,
Proton.
and a neutron, say neutron.
Lonnie, say neutron. Lonnie, say neutron.
Good. We have one proton and one neutron, okay? That's in the nucleus of the atom, the middle, okay? And then finally, we have here, Kedem, an electron.
Electron.
Is orbiting the nucleus in all kinds of weird ways, all the way out here in the outer shell, okay? It's not in the middle. The proton is a positive charge.
You listening?
Okay.
A neutron is a neutron is a positive
Neutron-
charge.
No, it's neutral. The electron is a negative charge, right? So we have one positive charge here, the proton, and then one negative charge particle here, the electron. So what atom is this? An atom that has one proton is what? A hydrogen atom.
Say hydrogen atom.
Good. Now, if we had two protons,
Okay.
and two electrons. So with two protons, it becomes a different element. What atom has two protons?
Hey, what atom has two protons, guys? Help!
Hydrogen is the first one.
Hydrogen.
And then with two protons,
It's a
helium.
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 Periodic table, baby.
Yes. And then if we have three protons,
Get up, come.
what's the next element?
Wait.
What atom has three protons and
Yeah.
three electrons?
Guys. Bang. All right.
The atom that has three protons is lithium.
Lithium.
Hydrogen, helium, lithium. And then on and on and on the periodic table, okay?
Guys, you listen?
That's fundamental.
So what is an atom? That was a lot.
Yeah. What's a proton?
Oh my god. Proton means you need to do that.
Hey,
Yeah,
let
press
me go
the
get
yes
you a
button.
breakfast. But yeah, this is okay.
Gotta press the button.
This is from the dollar store.
From Dollar General. It wasn't $1. It was more like $5. But she loves squishy stuff. She loves slimes and stuff like that. Because you guys are gonna be scientists.
Guys, do you know what happens in the core of the sun? In the middle of a star, basically the sun, there's a process called fusion, nuclear fusion, happening in the center of the sun, in basically all the stars.
Everybody got
And
it.
it's
Those girls got it.
it's a process that fuses. Oh, you got your light on, flash on. It can fuse different elements together and create new elements by fusing two different types of protons. Like you can fuse in the middle of a star, hydrogen atom can be fused with another hydrogen atom, which means combining one hydrogen atom with another hydrogen atom and creating what? Helium.
Wow.
Or one and two creating lithium and so on and so on. And yeah, but a nuclear fusion and fission is what happens in the core
Of a star?
of a star.
Tell me about neutrinos, Mike. That one was awesome.
Neutrinos are subatomic particles, very tiny, and they're thought. First of all these particles, like the atoms, hydrogen atom, protons and neutrons, they can't be seen. They can be observed, really, by instruments and things like that. Even electron, we know of them through mathematical processes and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think they can be directly detected.
Can I have this?
So neutrinos definitely can be detected, but they're very small subatomic particles
What about
that
this? What about this?
here, we think they're created by in stars in the
Really?
core of a star.
Neutrinos?
Yeah, basically every element is created in the core of a star.
That is
Yes,
amazing.
neutrinos, and they're very high speed particles.
What is a big ball?
I say it's an atom.
Good job.
They're high, very tiny particles created from the cores of suns. And supposedly they're, all over the universe, all over around us, potentially zooming in and out of our bodies. We can't even feel or detect them because they're so tiny and so.
That is so
small.
crazy.
But, yeah, there's a lot of subatomic particles that have been proposed and studied, and this is a field of study known as quantum physics.
I love that.
Or quantum.
That
field
stuff
theory.
is just like it
Where-
opens up your brain like, oh
Yeah,
god,
and,
layers.
It introduces a lot of concepts that are kind of counter to general, relativity, classical physics, relativity. Einstein's theory of relativity.
Wow. Wow.
So, what is your favorite particle?
I like what you said about neutrinos. I think that's kind of fascinating because it goes in and out of your body. It makes it, and then you told me that. I remember we had a long conversation going from Niagara Falls, and then you broke it down, and you were just saying that basically, everything is really translucent. Like you think that it's solid or whatever, but no, it's not. Like we are translucent. Like even though my hand is going to is collapsing to my other hand, it's really going through my other hand.
Yeah,
Or something.
Yeah, in between the molecules, like when I show you the atom, the nucleus and then the electron, supposedly it's like just space, empty space in between them. So essentially, everything has, there's a lot of empty space around everything, because if there's empty space around all these, atoms, and you put all of them together, and that's what makes up different molecules and stuff, that means there's empty space around. But there's a field, there's quantum fields, so that's why it feels solid. And, you don't see like going because there's a field. And that's quantum field theory. Okay, QFT.
So when you said it makes it feel solid, what does that mean again? Say that again.
For example, like if I put my hands together, you don't see them physically passing through each other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's quantum fields, there's energy fields. At the end of the day, if you break everything down, it breaks down to, electromagnetism, electric field, magnetic field. So everything can be reduced to energy. And there's fields of energy that pretty much
Mr. Kume, your son is smart.
hold things together. Yeah.
Let me take a picture of you and your dad.
Huh?
Let me take a picture of you and your dad. Do you got an extra shirt like that from Mike? That
I have one. I have several.
No, but that one looks nice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It looks nice.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Okay, let me see.